Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode of G&A Podcast. I am your sexy, seductive sensei sister, Droovy-Doo.
And I am your resident gambling addict, Soroni.
Why did you say, fuck that, I take yours?
Yes.
Okay, but to be fair, did it have all that nice alliteration?
No.
Yes.
I was going to say your bitchy, slutty garbage sister, but whatever.
You could have said the same thing. They're different ones. Welcome back to another episode where we review anime and just have general buffoonery. But before we start, I just want to mention a funny story that happened last week. So my dad came up to help my sister move, and at some point he was like, "Hey, play one of your videos on your podcast."
Woo!
Yeah. And we just played some of the opening, where we just kind of go into it, and it was the intro where only you said you were Boogiebop, and I said I was Boogiebop, and I feel like he just visibly flinched. I'm just like, oh god, if there's literally any other fucking episode.
I feel like every episode though would have.
It's gonna be like that. Yeah, I'm gonna make some. I just didn't want to hit him with it really in the first 10 seconds, but whatever. We're here. Shout out to you, Dad.
No one can say we're too subdued, at least.
Yes, you cannot. And the same goes for our lineup, I would say.
Yep.
It's pretty solid lineup, pretty good week. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. Let's start out with episode 3 of Tate no Yuusha.
Mm-hmm. Lowly no more.
Yes, she has evolved into teenage Raftalia. I try not to call her Reptalia.
I don't know. I just kind of occurred to me, is Raftalia just because she's a raccoon or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Also, they meet up. All the heroes meet up again for the first wave that they have to fight in. The guy with the lens, Motoyasu, he's a bit sleazy, huh?
Oh, really? They're all. He's the worst of them, of the other heroes.
Yeah, at first I thought it was I kind of just like girls and da-da-da, but ooh, this episode is just ooh, it's bad. I'm like, you're just being sleazy.
He's like a man slut, yeah. His whole team is women, and he fucking wants to sleep with everyone he sees.
Luckily, Reptalia is fuck off, I'm with my master.
I really thought that Naofumi was gonna punch him in the face or something, though. That would have been so awesome. My favorite thing about this episode... Alright, so there's two things I really loved about this episode. One is, I love, of course, Reptalia getting older, and I love that her personality's changed a lot too, where she's just more comfortable being you could tell that they've gotten a bond, a much deeper bond. And she's just so much more comfortable and open and defensive. She was super defensive when the knights showed up.
She's very defensive and very defiant, just not towards Naofumi. Yeah, she's just very defiant. She's don't talk to about Naofumi. You fucking guards, how dare you? She's ready to fight at any point.
It's also kind of funny that it kind of inverts the usual formula for isekai. You know how you watch your Sora Online or any other kind of isekai where it's the main the girl will be strong at first, but then once the main character shows up, Asuna for example, the main character shows up, and then Kirito's ungodly strong, and then Asuna's suddenly weak and can't do anything, and needs Kirito to fucking protect her every 5 seconds. It's the opposite. It's Ravitalia was weak and innocent. Now she's literally the only thing keeping Naofumi alive.
Yeah.
So I like that inversion of the...
she's a higher level, too.
Oh, yeah, and she's a higher level. Oh, that's the other thing I love. I love that it keeps all the game mechanics. Every time they kill something, you see them getting experience. Yeah. You see them actually mixing and changing stances and classes and stuff. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the Knights are dicks. Special fuck you to the Knights. They really, until they got together. Well, some of them.
Yeah.
But they were literally just like cast that giant spell, almost killing the shield hero. Like they're really trying to drive home the fact that they don't give any fucks about him.
Also, probably would have killed anyone if they were still in the village. Like
exactly, they would have just killed everyone. They would just blow.
Let's just carpet bomb the village, guys. We got you.
Yeah, you know, thank God, you know, in this world, no one does anything like that. America.
Don't worry, we got this.
But, yeah. And then the knights are just like, no, well, you didn't die. And then, oh yeah, that's why she drew swords at them.
Yeah, because she was like, how dare you assholes start shooting fire arrows at us.
Exactly.
Also, the other thing I really loved is now Fumi kind of, like, yes, he's jaded and you know, mopey. I don't want to say emo because here's the difference between something like Naofumi and Sasuke. Naofumi's like, yeah, he's jaded and just what's the word, pessimistic, but he, like, his actions are like, you can still tell from his actions that he still cares, you know what I mean? Like, he still wants to help people at his heart and core.
The emo aspect about him isn't like his solo defining character, unlike Sasuke, which is where Sasuke is just very one-dimensional about the whole shit.
Yeah. I love how we always draw back to Sword Art Online or Naruto, for example.
They're just so easy targets.
Example.
They're such easy targets. It's literally like shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, we got to start drawing like connections to Bleach and One Piece and shit next time.
Right, can't leave them out. Oh no, wait. I think you're gonna trigger all the One Piece people.
To be fair, I haven't seen One Piece. I don't want to shit on One Piece.
Yeah, because that's like the only one where people like actually like fight for like Bleach and like they'll not Bleach. I meant One Piece and have actual like good reasons.
I feel like no one defends Naruto. Like even Naruto fans, if you were to go to Naruto fans and say, "Yo, this show's shit and all these characters are shit," and I feel like they're just like, yeah, but you know what? It's fun and good on you if you guys like it. But
yep,
we're still gonna pick on it. So
yeah, because it's still shitty anime at the end of the day.
Sorry to trigger you, Drew.
I'm not triggered. I'm good. Yeah, but it's nice to see that even though the shield hero Naofumi didn't participate in like the main fight where they had to fight, I guess, the Chimera. That triggers me. That should trigger anyone who plays FGO.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as I saw that thing, I'm like, oh, thank God I didn't see that fight.
Yeah, right.
Raphtalia just gets critted and blows up. Like, no, you don't bring sabers to
a but yeah. But like he saved the village, which I love. I love how they showed the fact that like, yes, even though they're like heroes and whatever, they still, it shows the maturity of the other heroes who are just thinking about, oh, let's just kill the main baddie and whatever. They totally didn't think about
everything else. Like the innocent people. It kind of reminds me of Hero Academia in that sense, where it's like, oh, hey, let's dig a little bit deeper into the, you know, the responsibility of being a hero doesn't just mean killing the big guy at the end of the wave, but also like evacuating citizens and making sure everything's under control. You know, so yeah, good. Shout out to them. Shout out to Shield Hero in general for being an amazing show.
Yeah, really good show so far. Really enjoying it.
Speaking of which,
next we have Kaguya-sama. Episode 3.
My episode of the week.
Really?
Really?
Wow. I think both of our episodes of the week are going to be like very surprising.
Really? This episode, I think this is actually. Did I like this more than episode 1 and 2? I think I at least liked it. I liked it more than episode 2. I don't know if I liked it more than episode 1, but it's at least very close to my level of enjoyability for episode 1.
The reason why this isn't my episode of the week is because the 20 questions for me was like a little bit boring compared to like
that one. For me, the ending part was boring. The last.
That one was also. That was okay. Like that was.
I know it wasn't meant to be
Like,
comedic.
I feel like from the start it was so strong, and then it just got less funny as the episode went on, in my opinion.
Yeah, the first scene with first of all, right, let's talk in chunks. The first scene or the first part, the first arc, I should say.
I knew that's what she meant. Yeah, like I immediately knew it because she was speaking so bold. I'm like, oh,
it's fun because I knew I called that one and I called the 20 questions what she was thinking about, but both times I was still just the delivery was so good. It was just like, oh yes. And the lead up to it, like, don't you do it with your dog, Chica?
They're like, no, don't bring me into this.
Will drag me to your depravity.
I love how like that narrator identified Shirogane as like a twisted monster virgin.
Unbelievable self-confidence with no experience.
Twisted monster virgin. Oh my god. And when she first mentions it, like Shirogane just literally just like, oh, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm reading something else, and I'm pretending like I didn't hear you at all.
That was great. I like all their interactions, like Chica just being the one freaking out in the sidelines and everything, and having to explain what it was to Kaguya.
Literally had to explain sex to her. I kind of felt bad.
And I love the little, like, even the little details. Like, you just hear her whispering to Kaguya. You get, like, every other word. And she's like, naked. Insert.
Like beast.
And you can see, like, Kaguya's facial expression just changing over time. So, yes, that whole first scene was the best part of the episode. And, like, so top tier.
Yep, so good. Ugh.
The second scene, the whole 20 questions thing, I liked it because I love the old Western kind of aesthetic that they put on it, where he's like shooting a revolver at her and shit. It added more flair to an otherwise just like scene of them talking to each other in a classroom.
Yes, like we've said multiple times, is the way they execute like the what's what I'm looking for? The imagery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the imagery's on point.
The imagery. It's just like it's everything because they just go over the top.
Yeah, it's perfect. It reminds me a lot of Shaft, but in a good way. So sometimes Shaft overdoes it. This is like just as needed. I loved his realization that he's like, oh, this is a confession, and he starts thinking about Kaguya, and he's like, yeah, wait, no, she's never this straightforward. She's evil and twisted. This is some kind of joke.
No, I actually enjoyed this part. I lied. The last part was my least favorite, but I just forgot about the last part.
The last part was my least favorite too, but I feel like that was specifically meant as like a cutesy, low-level kind of ending, which was fun. At least the very end where she's like on the bike with him was really cute and had like really nice imagery.
I will literally die if the Yeti makes a reappearance.
You saw the Yeti too?
Yes.
That was perfect.
Literally like walking Yeti, but and then you just see a walking Yeti. I'm like, what?
Like, we gotta throw these random visual gags in here, guys.
For no reason. That's the only time you see it.
Yeah, that was perfect.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was great. The imagery at the end was great. Ugh.
Yeah, even the bike riding defying physics scene, where it's like I'm just hanging off this bike while he's like pedaling as fast as possible. I'm
like, you're gonna fall off.
Yeah, you're gonna fall off and die. Like what? Doesn't make any sense. But I guess
the highlight of the episode.
Yes, which this was a contender just because of this.
Yes, the best part for me.
About that motherfucking ending.
Yes. How much money and budget went into this fucking dance
I'm
scene?
like, this is better than any like idol scene from Love Live, from fucking Zombieland Saga, from like I can't think of one that was like
the best animated dancing scene of anime history belongs to Kaguya-sama.
It really does. It was like so well done. Like people, I feel like like everyone was losing their shit over it.
It was for good reason. It's like ridiculously well. I couldn't even tell what like it was CG, but
it was like CGI, but it was like so but in such a subtle way.
Mm-hmm.
Like literally, the perfect fucking amount where you can't even tell.
Yeah, and apparently it was a Kyoto Animation KyoAni artist who did that scene. So
makes sense.
Makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, no, that was so good. And even the song was kind of cutesy and poppy.
Exactly, yes, it was great.
Seeing Chica just do all the little dance, we put on the hat. Oh, it was so adorable.
I'm not gonna lie, this is a moment. Like, this is a history moment. This is like up there with the Hari Hari Yukai.
I was gonna say that too. Like, remember when Hari Hari Yukai came out, and then all of a sudden, all these other shows had to have like dance sequences in their opening.
Yeah,
shit.
and it was a huge sensation. Like,
this reminds me of that.
Moment. Wow, amazing, really amazing.
I expect the next episode to just be animated completely in PowerPoint now.
Right? Like, just normal ending. Like.
Yeah, no, definite highlight. It was great. I don't know how if they're even gonna try to top that, it'd be amazing. I don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't think they can. I don't think. Maybe they'll just do that for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god! What if they do that with everyone? Like Kaguya gets one, the president gets one,
and it's literally just like the same dance for like different people. Oh my god, I'd watch it every time.
Yeah,
I'd watch it every fucking time.
And then the last episode is all of them doing it together. Ooh, make it happen.
Literally top 5 endings for me.
Yes, perfect. All right, let us move on to some gambling.
Boogiebop. Oh, sorry, you're right. I literally don't like. I
feel like this is the second time you skipped over Kakegurui.
This is the second. It is. You're right. Let's go to Kakegurui.
Episode 3.
Yeah. So Yuriko gets pwned, and after the whole episode, now I think about it, I'm like, shit, is she just dead? I did he just die?
I love that this is complete bullshit, but clearly they don't care. Like, they really just stop caring, and it's great. Because, like, I don't think, like, oh, you were poisoned before the match. It's fair. The fuck? No, it's not. Can I? Does that mean? Can I just stab somebody on campus and be like, all right, guys, by the way, give me your chips? It happened before the gambling started. Therefore, it's fair. Like, no, you can't just fucking poison people before the match.
Yeah, it's like saying, I installed the device that led me to read their minds. Oh, but he did before the match. So,
yeah.
Hey.
Well, it's fair. It's fair, guys. Pure neutrality.
First of all, just small thing out of the way. I wouldn't even be mad if Yuriko died. Yuriko was by far the least likable on the student council. She was just such a weasel and such a bitch. Like, everyone else is, like, out there, like, hey, we're out here gambling our lives because whatever, and we're fucking crazy. I feel like she's just so normal, but like in a very pathetic way in comparison to
she's like the
else.
most pathetic of the student council. I liked her because she's cute, but yeah, she's not the best.
She looks like a fox.
Foxes are cute.
I guess like not like Mikon, but
well, she's not as cute as the girl that was actually in this episode, the referee.
Oh, you mean, is her name Urura?
Something like that. Rumama, something.
Something like that. I actually liked the new Fox girl, which is was it Mio, the one who actually poisons?
Yeah.
Yuriko. I actually like her a lot. Also, speaking of Urura, shout out to her crazy face. She has like the best crazy faces, like in this whole series. She really does.
Yeah, she was great.
Like, when it panned like across her eyes, like
you can actually see the detail like in the coloring of her eyes and stuff. It's like, oh my god, they clearly spend all their time animating these crazy faces.
They really do. Oh, it was fucking insane. Of course, they have like the serve chips, where it's just like, yay, more
That's
ways.
actually a really cool idea. I like
it.
That.
Is
Selling out
it
your
is.
life. Yeah.
Selling out your life. I like it because it's like, it's a moderate way to do it, as opposed to, oh, you bet one chip, that's 1 year of your life gone.
Yeah, just a day. It's like you can clearly see that would. Yeah, you can, like, doing 2 or 3 or 4 of those were fine, but then you can see if you get, like, addicted to them, like, 500 days of my life, or whatever.
Exactly.
Like, it adds up. I like that, the new people, like, the family members that are coming in, they're not necessarily good gamblers. Like, they're all probably really shitty gamblers, but they're all just sneaky assholes, and that's their forte. Like, the girl from last week is not a good gambler, she's just a torturer. But she tried to use that to her advantage. Yep. These girls are just straight up poison cheaters. Like, they're murderers.
Yeah, they're just...
So it's not like they're great gamblers or even like they're cheating. I mean, they're cheating, but they're not cheating. You know?
They're not cheating. This is like what happened before the match. So it's like sabotage.
Yeah, sabotage. Like, yeah, we're just going to kill you before the match starts.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm hyped to see Mary too.
Yes, no, Mary was such she was that bitch this episode. Woo, yo, yes, come on, yo, Mary. She's not taking any shit from anyone. She's like, you know what? I'm tired of the bullshit. Last season, y'all fucked up my shit from the get go. I was a fucking Miko. Y'all ain't doing this shit to me again.
Yeah, I like how Mary's the only one who doesn't like give a shit about gambling. Like, she does, but she's like, I'm not crazy like you assholes are. You need to fix this shit. Don't play games with me.
Like, like she ripped the mask off the VP's face. She's like, nah.
Oh my god, that was great.
She's like, nah, bitch.
Listen here.
Talk to me.
I ain't taking up your offer, bitch. I know you trying to sneaky.
Man, she was not having it at all. She was like, no, ma'am, not today. Not at all.
So yeah, I love how over the top every episode is, and it just keeps piling. Like, there's no... I don't remember if there was any downtime last season where it'd be like between major matches there was just nothing really happening. But I feel like every minute of this episode and previous episodes, like, shit is happening.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for like literally the episode where Mary just like, you know what, fuck gambling, and she decides to dog walk one of these hoes, and that's that, and that's the hype of the episode. No gambling, she just beats the shit out of them.
It wouldn't be against the rules.
Not against the rules.
Oh, yes. Great episode. This is definitely a guilty pleasure. Fun show of the season, I think.
Oh, shout out to the Ninja Maid.
Is it Ray?
Yeah, is that her name?
I think so.
Oh, I just called her Uranus in my mind.
Okay.
No, are they not like literally the same person except she wears glasses?
I guess they kind of even have similar hairstyle.
Similar hairstyles. They're both that like lesbian that all the girls turn lesbian for.
I assume that's her power. She just touches the girls and they're like, oh my god, I want to fuck you.
First of all, I'm like, did you see those hand movements? She literally could just slit like their throats. Like,
yeah.
They kept it moving. But she's like, nah, I'm gonna make y'all fall in love with me. And they're like, oh my god, yes, please eat my pussy.
I'm even more looking forward to Yumiko's match with her, assuming Yumiko lives.
She will.
And Mary doesn't just become the main character of the show.
I can't say that I would love that because I love Yumiko, but as of right now, like I'm a Mary stan. I think I was always a Mary stan, like low key. Like ever since when they during those battles to like restore
where they teamed up.
Yeah, where they teamed up. Ever since then, I'm like, I'm actually a Mary stan now. I just didn't know it yet until this episode, and now
she has been getting progressively better throughout the series for sure.
Yes, and now she's just that bitch.
She's ready to step up in her role as main character.
Yeah. Also, shout out to MC, I guess, like the main dude.
Oh yeah, he did stuff.
He did stuff. Like, he had, like, those crazy eye movements for a bit. I am waiting for him to just go crazy, though, and just be like, I want him to turn like complete yandere. And have like a crazy gambling moment out of it. Yeah. That'd be that'd make him super cool.
It would. Such a good show.
Yeah. Speaking of the best of shows.
Speaking of crazy shit.
Let's move on to Domestic na Kanojo episode 3.
This is the only show I take notes on, by the way. Pull on my notes.
Because you feel the rage.
I feel the rage, and I'm like, I can't, like, I have to make sure I remember everything after my blind rage subsides.
So, a lot happens this episode. I actually just, once again, I really like this episode because it's just very...
Oh, no, yeah, this episode was good. I like the episode itself.
Yeah, exactly. It was just very... Everything was just very roundabout. The beginning was very great, like the introduction to like the cafe he always goes to where his friend works at, and the gay bartender that goes by Marie, and I'm just like, why does Marie follow me everywhere?
Them acting out the scene was great.
Them acting out the scene was so funny, but then they, in a very good way, they shift it. That was such a well done way. They shift it because they're like, surprise! The one with the having the affair is Hana.
Yeah. I feel like there's a definite degree of quality in this show that Kuzu no Honkai didn't have. Like, there's clear build up to stuff and direction. It doesn't feel like anything's haphazard and just throw it in there for the sake of drama, like it kind of felt like in Kuzu no Honkai.
Yeah.
So yeah, and there's like a human element. Like, Kuzu no Honkai and a lot of other shows in this genre are really, really, like, they throw drama at you. Like, the whole episode is just gonna be like, drama. This was well paced, and there were like a lot of, even between the dramatic moments were really strong and palpable and filled with tension, but then a lot of the moments in between them were still lighthearted enough and cute and fun that it makes me care about the characters. Like, again, Rui this episode was great. I love Rui even more now.
Yep.
Rui took the episode for me.
Told you from
Team
episode
Rui.
1, it was awesome.
Yes, Rui was great. The little sister
I was
thing.
Day one. I was a day oneer.
The original Rui gang. Yes, I'm a bandwagon hopper, apparently.
Apparently. Do I need to replay clips from episode 1 for everyone?
I like his friend. His friend is really cool, too.
Yeah, his friend's really, like, a really good character. Yeah, like you said, when she finds out that she's the younger sister and she gets all, like, huffy and puffy.
Yeah. Or when his friend is like, oh, maybe that's the reason she wanted to fuck you. Yet again, something to blame on Hina.
Okay, so let's get into it, I guess. Now we're gonna talk about the fun stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about the shitty person. The
okay,
shitty elephant in the room.
So before I even touch on Hana, sorry. Not so, girl. I don't know what you were trying to do by confronting her. And first of all, I don't know what, like, yes, literally all this is not Natsu's business. Okay, before I go into all the shit storm that is Hana, this is none of Natsu's business. Actually, none of his business. Like, Rui, I understand why Rui is more involved, because Rui, like, she's seen how this affected... She has seen how this has affected her sister, and now she's just like, fucking stop this. Like, you're better than this. Yeah. She knows her sister. Yeah. Plain and simple.
She has a vested interest in making sure her sister's happy and mentally sound.
As opposed to Natsu, who was like, well, I low-key just want to fuck you.
Yeah.
And this kind of can't happen if you're... like, you sleeping with another guy ruins my perfect image of you, so can you not? Like, that's literally how it is.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way. Natsu is a shitty person, too. Like, he's not trying to protect Hina or anything. He's just literally like, I want to fuck you, so you cannot be fucking this other guy. I must fuck you.
This might ruin my image of you, so...
And it's kind of... It's kind of weird that he's working with Rui, because Rui's like, I want to make sure my sister's you know, nice and safe and happy. And Natsu's like, and I'll help you because I want to fuck her.
Exactly. Like they want the same thing, but like for different, very different reasons. So it's just like, ugh, like not so.
Yeah, not so. Like, kind of, and also that super aggressive. I'm just gonna kill. I'm just gonna
kiss you for no reason, and that's how I know this has nothing to do with protecting her. Like it's just all about you.
Oh yeah, no, he's totally just trying to fuck her.
Like, this is all about you and your stupid ego, and just wanting kind of to claim your sister in ways that you should not be claiming your sister. So fuck you for that. Now, with that out of the way. Bitch.
Oh god, I hate her. I hate her so much.
Now, I don't know. I understand what point you were trying to make. I just don't understand why it had to involve kissing an underage boy that's also your brother. Like, you're an actual grown-up adult. What the fuck? Yes. I was like, okay, she slaps him. I was just like, okay, great. And then she kisses him. I'm like, oh, fucking hell.
Hina is messed up on multiple levels.
I was, oh girl. I was literally this close from being like, yeah! And I was just like, oh. Like, why? Why? Even if, well, I'm pretty sure she had no, like, she's not doing this because, like, oh, I want to actually fuck my brother as well. Like, no. She was doing that to prove a point, but it's like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that.
I don't think, so here's where we differ. I don't think she's trying to prove a point. I just think she's horny as fuck and is trying to get laid. And she just wants somebody to fuck her. I don't really think so. Like, there's no, like you said, there's no reason for you to kiss. Like, you can easily just say, slap him and say, get the fuck out of my room.
No, I think she's fucked up. No, because like you said, she's clearly fucked up. She clearly has issues. Like,
I mean, she did throw him on the bed and, like, take off his shirt. I think the only thing that stopped her was that she clearly saw he was shaking, so she was like, I can't go through with this. I feel like if he wasn't and he, like, actually grabbed her or something and, like, welcomed her more, she would have had sex with him on that spot. Which is why I don't think she was trying to make a point more so than she was just trying to get laid. Like,
I'm literally, just for her sakes, I'm going to just, like, fight you on that. Just because I need to have some hope in her that she's just a fucked up woman having a fucked up time. First of all, I love how you're, like, all hating on her when she's literally just, like, turning into Akane. Like, she's basically, like, Akane.
Okay, here's the difference.
But by your logic, she's Akane.
Akane is... I like her ironically because she was a lot of fun. Now the difference is... See, Akane was the fun, shitty person in a show full of shitty people, so it was, like, fun to like her. Hina is the shittiest person in a cast full of one other shitty person and then a bunch of decent people. So I don't like her.
I mean, I guess, but...
But yeah, no, her... There was one moment, I think, that... Oh, man, if Natsuo... I hate him, but if he would have said this one line to her, I think he would have redeemed himself, and I would have had to just, for a second, really loved him. Which was, when she looked at Natsuo and she says, I wrote this down, she's like, oh, your eyes are still like a child's. If he would have went back and clapped back there, like, and so were your sisters, I would have lost my shit. I would have been the fucking best moment ever. I would have been speechless. I literally would have choked. Bitch, I would have choked. I would have opportunity.
I think they're saving the big reveal for a rainy day as opposed to, like, a good bro comeback. Like,
yeah, I know, but still.
Yikes.
But yeah, no, the bigger reason I hate Hina is because, yeah, you can't be, like, she knows that she's pressuring a guy to break up with his wife to fucking have sex with her. Like, no, that's not cool.
Okay, not cool. Have sex with her. That's a bit much.
Marry her.
Yes, like, she's definitely, like, has feelings for
I'm still operating on my premise that she's just horny. Sorry.
First of all, that's not true, because... And I won't say there are people that aren't like this, because funny enough, I was listening to another podcast called The Read. You should really check them out. It's really funny. And in their listener letters, there's this woman, and this is real life. Her husband is deployed overseas in the military, and she easily admitted to like, oh yeah, I just go around fucking mad people. She's like, yeah, like I told him we got married. I said I don't think we should get married, and then he was like, oh, but I can provide for you and whatever. And she was like, okay, but I kind of just want to be a hoe. So then I kept being a hoe, and I kept fucking guy after guy after guy, and literally her question for like the host of the podcast were like, okay, but like there's this other guy fucking at work, and he wants to leave his family for me. Like, what do I do? Not, oh, help, I'm like a giant hoe who loves fucking people that aren't her husband. But that's besides the point. My point is, I don't think that awful woman is Hana. I
do. I think so, 100%. I'm sorry for not giving the benefit of the doubt to a person who's trying to destroy someone else's marriage for her own selfish reasons. My bad.
You're right. I'm just saying it's. I don't know. The whole point of a drama is to not. I think that's why you specifically don't work with dramas, is because you just simplify people way too easily.
I do that. Like
yes, you do. Like I'm like,
but no, it's not specifically. It's not specifically
a little bit more complex than that.
No, it's not that I reduce people. Like I get that there's nuanced people, but when it comes to shitty people, I don't give them any benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry, I don't. If you do something shitty, you're gonna have to prove a whole hell of a lot beyond the fact that that you're not just a shitty person to me. So yeah.
I mean that.
Like if I see somebody who I don't know, murders kids, I'm not gonna be like, well, what's his motivation?
Wait, first of all, by that logic, a lot of people that you would call very good friends are shitty people.
I have a lot of friends who murdered kids.
I'm not gonna say anything more, but you know exactly where I'm going with that. I'm gonna leave it at that. But so with that being said, just like those people that I am talking about, she also is like, okay, yes, one-dimensional point of view, she is just like a side hoe who is sleeping with a married man. Not excusing that, not giving her a pass on that. Like, I'm not defending her. I'm just saying, I feel like you can, I don't know, I feel like I can accept that and yet, or at least acknowledge that yes, in addition to being a shitty character, she also brings, like, there's more complexity to her character as to why she does the things she does. It's not just, I'm fucking this guy. Like, if that was the case, she literally could fuck, like you said, she literally could fuck anyone else.
No, she just tried to fuck Natsu.
Exactly. My point is, you don't think that, like, there's something wrong with her because of all people she's trying to have sex.
I didn't say there wasn't anything wrong with her.
One of them is a married man, and the other one is like her brother. Like,
no, most shitty people do have something wrong with them. They're shitty people.
Yeah, but
I mean,
I think she's just more interesting than meets the eye. Like I don't feel. First of all, I don't think she's just fucking this guy because she just wants the dick. I think she actually does care for him.
Either way, I don't like. Even if that was the case and she cared for him a lot, or like, I don't. She's still a shitty person. Like,
okay.
Yeah. Like, it just doesn't make it any better.
That's fair enough. Although, I'm just saying, you're vilifying her to the point where now you're just making, like, assumptions, like, oh, she's just a slut who's trying to fuck this married man.
I'm saying that there is good grounds for my assumptions. Until she proves otherwise, I will make those assumptions. If she comes out in next episode, they're like, oh, by the way, this is, like, the long and rich history I have with this wonderful man who is...
Yeah, I mean, I would assume so, to the point where she wants him to leave his wife for her. I'm assuming they're, like, very close. Like, you don't just... Like, no one's dick is that good. I'm just like, alright, leave your...
it could just be that she's a shitty person, which is my initial premise. I don't know. I just don't...
First of all, no, see, that's my problem. You said she's a shitty person. I'm like, first of all...
I think she's just a selfish... I think she's a selfish sociopath.
Even
That's honestly, I think she is a sociopath.
Even if she, even if I was right, and she's like, oh, I want this person to leave because I love him and we love each other and we have a very complicated history. Yes, that still in fact makes her a shitty person. Not the fact that she's like fucking whomever. Like I don't know. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
you're saying she's a shitty person for a different reason, and I'm saying she's a shitty person for both reasons. I get it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes. We can all agree on the fact that Hina is a shitty person, though.
Yeah.
Let's take that. Let's take solace in that.
Oh, also, shout out to his parents. They're so incredibly supportive.
Oh, yeah, they're great. Everyone in the show is great except for Hina. And Natsu. Which, actually, one more quick point. The other problem I have with these types of dramas is that, and I get why it's the case, like, I don't think there's much of a way around it, but a lot of the plot revolves around character. Like, you need a character to despise for the plot to work. Like, there needs to be an Akane or a Hina in this type of show for it to work. Like, you need a person who's devoid of morals or is shitty or is willing to hit low. Like, the drama doesn't come from any other source than you having a shitty person,
and that makes
central plot point.
And that is true, but it also kind of makes me sad. I wish, like, I would love a drama where it's like everyone is just like
nice.
no, everyone's like they're trying to be nice, but then at some points there are just times where they're just not good people, and everything just becomes really gray. Like for example, it starts out with like, you know, for example, with Akane being the way that she is, but then you see like the main character, and you say she was like a nice one, like she was like Rui, and you love her and you stand for her. Wouldn't it be so interesting if, like, Rui or, like, Akane is trying to change her ways, or, you know, trying not to be a hoe, dating the teacher from whatever, and then Rui sees that, and she's just like, wait, but you were really mean to me at one point, so I'm going to do something that's also really not good to protect, and thinking, oh, I'm going to protect this teacher from you because you used to be a slut and I still think you a slut. But then that bad thing is just really bad, fucks up Akane, and Akane is like, I'm just trying to be good, and then Rui's like, you know, there's gonna be some scenes where Rui's actually being really harsh and kind of a bitch, and then you're like, wait, what's going on? All of a sudden now Akane is the good one and Rui's the bitch. When is this and then it's like that back and forth. I feel like that would be so interesting.
That is true, but having said that, if Rui comes out and, like, I don't know, does some really nasty shit to Hina, I'm totally for that. I'd love her even more then. Like, if she just, like, I don't know, I can't even fathom what she would do to get back at Hina, but I don't care.
I hope that she finds out that Natsu kissed her, and then she just goes zero dark 30 on his ass. I would love that. Because I don't think she's ever gonna do any. Well, and then she'll get back Hina. Because then I'm assuming, well, not Hina, Hana. I keep calling her Hina.
I think it is Hina.
Is it? It is Hina.
What? Who's no Honkai? They all have H names.
Wow, that's crazy. I went on my way to write like Hana. Sorry, guys.
No Honkai flashbacks.
I know, right? But Hina, excuse me. But yeah, and then she's just like, okay, sister, but I'm gonna get you back for what you did too. And then she just does some great, like, vengeance shit. Oh my god, I would live for that. I just want Rui to come out on top at this point.
Yeah, Team Rui until she does something evil, messed up, and stupid. But, well, Team Rui for now.
And even then.
And even that's just probably, I can't imagine her doing anything that would make her worse than Hina at this point, but we'll see.
Oh, well, she also fucks the married man.
Oh my god, it's all a big fucking play by Hina to get. That's the reason she's working with Natsuo, so that she can separate her sister and her and the husband, so that she can sleep with him.
Yes. Oh. And while he sleeps with the sister.
Damn it, Drew.
And then Hina becomes a victim, and there you go.
Yeah, just like that. Speaking of victims, let's move on to our next show.
Oh, this actually broke my heart. Boogiebop, episode 5.
Yeah, 5.
This actually broke my heart a little, for obvious reasons. If you've seen the episode,
this was a sad episode, actually. Yeah, now that you
bring it up. Yeah, this is actually like and of course for me specifically, it hurts. Well, first, it's the same arc, but now the point of the POV is being told from, well, 2 characters, Masaki, which is, of course, is the younger brother of Nagi. So
yeah, I'm glad that they found a way to work her into the arc.
Of course, that makes sense.
And we saw him before, too, because he appeared briefly in the first arc. Like, he opened the door for the council president. And
you're right.
So I'm surprised I missed. Well, I'm not surprised, but we missed that.
Yeah, we did. But that was so small.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then and also another character by the name of, I forgot his last name. I just call him Ano.
Oh, the other male character.
Yes. Ano, Anou. Start from the beginning. So we go in with the first, which shows a very weird relationship between Masaki and Aya. They first show how they met, where Aya is just like, "Hey, don't hurt him, rape me."
Yeah. Aya as a character is kind of like it's a weird episode because you're always waiting for something to happen because you're like, "Oh, clearly something's wrong with this girl and she's an alien or some shit's happening," or like something crazy.
She gives me crazy Sakura vibes from the Fate series.
All right, well, like Sakura on crack, maybe yes, but Sakura had a bit more social
Sakura halfway into Heaven's Feel. Yes. That is enough.
I still think Sakura is a little bit more socially adept, but yes.
Yeah, to Emiya's broken dick.
I think the major, obviously, flawless transition into the second half of the episode was. Oh,
this is also my almost my episode of the week.
Almost.
I know.
Something beat this.
Yes, it did. Yes, funny. Crazy enough, just because the character is gay does not mean I will make it my episode of the week.
But it was so emotional. I'm not telling you to change your episode of the week, by the way.
It's not. I'm not. But like, yeah. So basically, the one guy who's like kind of just out of the way that you see Masaki run into by the name of Ano. He's like, they're like, he's Masaki. The way he transitioned, Masaki's like, it was like love at first sight, and then it cuts to another scene where you see the other guy look at him, and he's like, it was like love at first sight, and I was like, shit.
And I thought it was weird when they ran into each other in the thing. I'm like, it's kind of strange that I just ran into this guy here. So the fact that they pulled that off, I'm like, oh man, was he stalking him the whole time?
Oh my god. And he too was also being a creep. Like, I'm not gonna lie. He was being kind of a creep.
Kind of yonder-ish, yeah.
Yeah, which is like, he did it enough where it was like cute and it wasn't just like, sniffing his underwear and I got some of his hair.
Although I think he was going to sabotage Aya. Like, he was definitely going to
do he was definitely looking for Dirt to sabotage Aya. Which made me sad, because I'm just like, no, please don't. I'm not also feeling triggered, but please don't. And then, of course, some ass fuck comes out of nowhere. He's just like, I'm just essentially going to erase your gayness. I'm just like, oh my god, bruh. Why would you do that to me? Why would you hurt me like that? Why would you personally, like, was it not to trigger this gay guy pointing after straight men? Like, that enough hurt my soul. Like, then you're just, I'm just gonna erase your gayness. Boom.
Well, he erased a lot of him. Like, basically turned him into a drone.
His total personality. But more importantly, his gayness, which made me upset. Yeah, which was done by some fat fuck from the Toa organization. I didn't get his name.
Looks straight out of Ghost in the Shell, by the way.
Like, it really does.
Did not belong in that era at all.
Yeah, it was very creepy. But yeah, however, apparently when he got the love letter, he started like crying. No, he was talking to his teacher about going to like the academy.
College, yeah.
Yeah, high school.
Yeah,
it's high school. And yeah, he starts crying. And I'm just like, yes, you're still in here. The gay is still inside you. Yes. Eventually, Asukai, I think, breaks his control.
Yeah, which I still want to get to the bottom of what his abilities are, like what his role is, which I'm assuming we'll get to next week. But
yeah, it's very
I'm really interested. Yeah,
I really can't tell if he's like a good guy or a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he does well right now. He's like Jesus to me because he like broke Ano's like mind control.
Yeah, and you even got to see a bit of the Boogiebop fight.
Yes, and then Boogiebop comes in and saves the day, and Ano is just like, oh well, fuck it, I guess I got Shinjo Academy. I don't know what that means, but I got in.
Yeah, I think that, like I said, I would love to do these episodes. Like, I wish these episodes were released 3 at a time. Like, just release the whole arc at once. Because it's really hard to... Like, I like the mystery of it and everything, but I just don't know what to talk about. Because it's just like, I want to know so much, and there's not much to say about the episode itself other than more questions than answers.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like bringing up the questions is kind of like the whole process, episode to episode.
Yeah.
Like okay, Aya and Camille know each other, but that wasn't a huge reveal at the end because it's like...
Yeah, of course they would know each other to some degree, which makes me think that they're of the same, you know...
Being,
yeah, the same thing. So I'm still even further curious what Aya is. I'm sure she's some kind of like android or some crazy thing.
Yeah.
And she's probably gonna die next week and be sad.
Yeah. Also, in my mind, I just consider Asukai like Xehanort.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, no, because he's like, because in my mind, he has like the ability to like manipulate people's hearts, and I'm just like, don't think twice.
Actually, Boogiepop is confirmed the world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh. Imagine. Would actually make for a good, interesting world, though.
It actually would. Although I feel like it would be a little inappropriate, a little too bloody.
Maybe. A little bit too much blood, a little bit too much sex, but that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's move on to Reincarnated as a Slime, episode 716.
Which is indeed my episode of the week.
Yes, I knew it wasn't 2 Aru. I knew it.
Yeah, it couldn't be 2 Aru.
Good, that's enough fight we can avoid then.
Yes. This is my episode of the week because like out of all the episodes, like they were all good. Don't get me wrong, but this episode just like breathed life into me.
Yeah, this was almost my episode of the week too.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't because it introduced like
literally the best character in the show. Literally, best character in the show. I was waiting 16 episodes for this, and it came, and I couldn't be more happy. No disappointment whatsoever.
Yeah, absolutely none. She was actually great. Her name is
Milim.
Milim.
Yeah.
I just call him Demon. I just call Demon Lord Lolly.
That works too.
Yeah,
she's Lolly that does not know how to wear underwear.
She does not know how to wear underwear. Not that you're complaining.
No.
She's just really fun, really funny. Like, this is one of those episodes where the episode was done before I even checked the timestamp. Like, I was like, wow. Like, it seemed like this episode was happened 7 minutes. And I looked at it, I was like, it was 19 minutes in. I'm like, oh, the episode's already over, basically.
Yeah. And I haven't even seen episode 17 yet. It just came out, but I'm like super
excited. I almost watched it by accident.
Me too.
I saw it today.
I'm like, oh, I just want to see it. I want to see more of her. I love her character, not just because she's obviously Demon Lord Lolly doesn't wear pants, but also because she's just fun. Like, she's a really fun character. I like her reactions to things. I like the fact that Rimuru beat her with honey, and she joined that way instead of having him to power struggle with him.
Yes, and speaking of which, this episode did something that I asked for in this anime, and I asked for an Overlord. Finally, a character who is stronger than the main character.
Yeah, that's a big point too. Like
that's a huge plus for why it's my episode
10 times stronger than him. And I like, and props to Rimuru for being smart. Like, another thing I like about him is not just that he's strong, but he's like super resourceful. Like, even if he doesn't win through overpowering people, he wins through just being smarter than them and being more resourceful. So the whole honey thing was brilliant. Even though he kind of was too resourceful and ended up getting her on his side by accident.
Yeah, which could have consequences. Being horsey.
That's the other thing I love. I love the whole geopolitical aspect. Like, oh, clearly this is going to cause a power struggle between these factions because now one has too much power. Well, that's your problem, Rimuru.
Yeah.
Take care of that.
You're on this. Thanks. Yeah. I literally funny enough, I don't really have much to say about this episode. Because, like, it was literally just, she comes in, dynamic personality, punches Gabiru in the face. Anytime I love Gabiru getting hit in the face, so that's just, like, an extra plus for me. Oh yeah, Gabiru and the Lizard Bros joined the village, and also his sister.
Can we talk about how his sister just went from being a lizard to straight up?
I'm like, oh, they're all humans? I'm like, no, it's just most of the girls.
All the girls just transformed.
All the girls and like a few guys.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, they just become sexy girls. That's all. Gabiru
sexy dragon girls.
Sexy dragon girls. Gabiru becomes like a actual dragon, which I'm fine with. I don't care. This is a silly show. It just wants to appeal to like all the guys who like action and fighting get their cool ass looking dragon kin, and the horny guys like me get the cute little ninja girls. So whatever, we're all winning.
Horny dragon ninja girls. Yes.
This show delivers. No one can say it doesn't. You got your Baishonens here. You got your fucking power levels. Pretty ones. You got your lolis. You got your super busty secretaries. Like, who isn't satisfied? You got goblins. So Goblin Slayer's happy. Everyone's happy.
Goblin Slayer's happy.
Everyone's happy. That's the strength of this show.
Yeah, this is just an overall, like, just a feel-good, like, it's so weird. Like, usually I wouldn't give feel-good episodes like this the episode of the week, but, like, it literally just, I just enjoyed it so much. Like, I literally don't have any more notes for it. I just really liked it, really liked her character. Everything about it was just very fun.
Yeah, this is a good palate cleanser show. Like, end of the week, work week, or just like end of the day. Just turn this on, turn off, like, just feel good about yourself.
Such a great anime to have at my breakfast.
Yes. All right, let's talk about another great show to. Let's talk about a show that ruins the end of the week. Maybe that's a bit too harsh, but 2 Hour Majitsu.
That's a bit too hard for this episode. It was a bit too harsh.
2 Hour Majitsu no Index. Yeah, this episode in particular wasn't as bad as last week's. Although last week's wasn't as bad as the week before. You know what?
Yeah.
It's like the steady increase in quality of episodes, I think, since the middle of the season. But it's still not great. It's not the level it should be. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I have a weak point for Accelerator. Like, any episode with Accelerator in it, I'm almost always like, yeah! Because I know they're going to just be doing, like, crazy flying, fighting shit. And, yeah, that's kind of what happened.
I love that they split the cast. The main character usually switches between Accelerator, Toma, or what was the other one, Hamazura?
Yeah.
So I like Hamazura as a character. I like all 3 of the main characters. I like all of them, and I like their surrounding cast. Like obviously,
I actually like Hamazura more than.
Oh yeah, Toma. I like him more than Toma too. I think I actually might like him more than Accelerator. Like he's just Accelerator. Only because like he has no powers or anything. He's just badass, and he
just does stuff, and and it's his arms and turn into something that can like punch debris or some shit.
Yeah, although he does have his fair bit of ridiculous moments, like when he jumped off a helicopter, landed on a roof, and then shot headshots on like SWAT team terrorists.
Well, at the very least, I can assume he can handle a gun. Like,
yeah, he's fine with guns, clearly.
Yeah, which makes sense because he's like in groups, like group and anti-skill and so on and so forth. So that implies that he's not just like walking around with his dick in his hand. He's not like Tomo, just I could just punch something with my right hand.
I like that I also like his little mini harem of like the two girls. Both of them are cute and fun to watch.
Yeah, Kinuhara and Takitsubo.
I feel like he needs to. They need their own spinoff. Accelerator is getting his own spinoff. I feel like they need their own spinoff. I would totally watch a show with Hamazura and those two just fucking around.
Yeah, me too. So let's try to explain this plot. Hamazura breaks into where the terrorists are. They're keeping that like care facility hostage. Runs into Accelerator. Instead of trying to see reason and obviously realize that Accelerator is not a terrorist, he provokes Accelerator and gets his ass pretty much beat horribly.
I feel like we should have like a mini, every time we cover Index, there should be like a mini, like 1 minute synopsis of what happened this episode.
Yeah.
Like, just so people are on the same page.
Yeah, basically. Gorgeous Palace attacks Kinohara. I love how she claims to be a sniper, and she like, I'm a
sniper with an automatic shotgun. That's how I assassinate people. I pull out my automatic shotgun in the middle of the street and just start blowing up cars. Clearly the best assassin.
Yeah.
Fucking automatic shotgun. I pull up with my army tank.
One of the directors of Academy City, by the name of Shiokishi, is like, alright, well, you guys everyone including group knows too much about dragons, so I'm gonna have to kill you guys too.
Yeah.
And he kills them to cover up Dragon, or wherever Dragon is. They go to Oyafune, but Oyafune is like, they threatened my daughter, and we're gonna get back to that in a second, because that actually leaves me with a bajillion questions.
Oh, nothing else does though?
No. Like this in particular is a mindfuck that I had to address. First of all, this episode I had to like go to the wiki, go back to past episodes, so on and so forth.
I did that too, and that's my one issue with this. Well, obviously that's my biggest issue with the show, is that I feel like, because I look in the comments sometimes of like the videos, and yes, you can follow the show. Like, it's not impossible to follow the show. Yeah, it's not Gendo Guardian.
It wasn't like a huge like, oh, I have to look on wiki for 5 minutes. I literally was there for like 1 second. I'm like, okay, this is who that person
is. It's not impossible to follow. It's actually like, especially if you go back and rewatch the previous seasons.
Yeah.
The problem is you shouldn't have to even look at a wiki once to know you have to pay attention really, really well, and you have to fill in a lot of gaps here and there, and even then, it's still like a stretch. So
yeah.
I can see why people are having trouble, including myself, because I'm not paying that close attention to every line spoken.
But yeah, like I said, I'm going to get back to Oyafune a little bit later. I need to get back to that, because there's a huge thing I need to address. So, also, they came back to, whatchamacallit, who is it? Kinokata fighting Gorgeous Palace, and I can't believe I'm saying that name seriously. And for some reason, Hamazura and what's her name, Takitsubo are just like, hey, let's just walk into the burning subway, even though we're both severely injured.
Yeah.
What? I'm like, well, you guys are actually useless. Why? Anyways, They go back to group, where group is basically trying to fight, or trying to confront what's his face, Shiokishi, and they run into the sixth member of the Pokemon gym, Koga, who is well adept with the poisons. Knocks out what's her face by accident. What's her name?
You're asking me. I call her
Shotokan.
Girl. Yeah, there we go. Shotokan Teleport Girl.
And then Oyafune, confronts Shiokishi directly, and they're just like, and then the last few seconds were like plot twist after plot twist. He was like, I'm actually not Oyafune, I'm the Mayan dude, which I'm like, okay, that he's actually done that before. I feel like, so.
Yeah, he definitely has. I'm like, all right, I like the plot twist. I'm like, all right, that makes sense, but it's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's like,
Why don't you just always do that then, you fucking cheating bastard?
But don't worry, because they're like, wait, second plot twist, more of them, and then the other like Mayans who are all having the Mayan party just like kill the dude with their own knife. And I'm just like, I think that was a decent plot twist. Because I was like, what?
It was like a what, but at the same time, I'm like, but why? And who are these people? And what is this? What is going on? We don't need more factions in this war right now. Okay.
That being said, because I'm about to hit you up with the biggest what the fuck moment.
Is this what you read on the wiki?
No. I had to go back. A couple of episodes. Actually, the first episode. So, remember how Oyafune was like, I can't do anything because they're like threatening my family?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the teacher from the first episode?
No. What teacher?
There's a teacher who was like running around talking about her mom, da-da-da-da-da.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's where all this ties in together.
Oh, God.
Shiokishi was the one that was threatening the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And in the first episode, the woman brings this up. She's like, oh, they're threatening my teacher. And that's when you find out that the teacher... They're threatening my daughter, like my family. And that's when they pan back to like... That's when... In the first episode, you'll get it. Like, they'll be like, oh, they're actually related to each other. Okay, da-da-da. So she's talking to Toma about this. Now, here's my problem. So now we link that together. This is the man who was threatening Oyafune, who was also a academy director.
Mm-hmm.
My problem with this is, do you remember what happened to that old lady at the end of the first episode?
And then she gets shot by what's his face?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So shouldn't she be dead?
No, I just assume she survived that.
Why would she? What's the point of her getting shot?
What's the point of anything that happened?
No. I'm saying,
like, there is no point.
They were meant to. They literally could just hit her if she was like, if she was trying to like run away from. But she was in broad daylight. Like,
I don't fucking know.
Like, I'm like, wait.
I don't know why they shot her when it happened in the first episode. I'm like, oh, that was kind of random and weird.
It looked like she was pretty dead.
That's what you would like to think, but really.
And then, okay, now she was like, okay, I just faked my death to come out of nowhere, blah, 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 blah. That makes sense. I don't understand that. But she was out in the open, like, dealing with these little kids. So that one kid was like, I want to go fight too, because I'm a snot-nosed little shit.
I want to be a Pokemon master.
Right? So, my question is, if she wasn't dead, why did she get shot? And if she is dead, is this like in the past? I don't think like
I don't think it's the past. I think it's present. Like,
I think it is present. I'm pretty sure it's present as well. I also think that too. So then I'm just like, what's happening? Did they take her body and then are there more Mayans hiding? That would actually make sense.
What, a Mayan was impersonating her?
Yes.
Conspiracy theory time.
But no, it makes sense because it looked like she was dead in the first episode. They really weren't trying to imply that she survived.
This show hurts my brain. I don't like this show.
I know, but you didn't. But that's my point. You didn't even think about that, did you?
I forgot it happened. I forgot the first episode. That was so long ago.
I was like, she's so familiar. She looks, because then she mentioned the thing that tipped me off was like she mentioned that they're threatening my family, and I'm like, someone also who's in a higher position said something about their family being threatened. And then I just went back to the first episode. And I'm just like, it's the same woman. It's the same woman.
And that doesn't surprise me because, and I know somebody's going to say in the comments like, oh, you're not clearly following along enough. Or I've seen people mention this a few times in videos when people are like, oh my god, what's going on? Like, you idiot, you're not paying enough attention. Here's the thing. There's a good way to do things like that are very convoluted and you know, especially when you shift between character perspectives and stuff, and there's really bad ways to do it. If I have to rewatch episodes to remember shit, and you have like 50 plot lines going at the same time, like converging on each other, that's a really shitty way to do your story. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is. I don't feel bad because I shouldn't feel the need to, and I don't feel the need to put that much effort into like following such a multiple convoluted storylines.
Like, yeah, there's ways to do like storylines, like multiple storylines across X episodes that converge on each other and all that stuff, and have it make sense. This is not a case of that.
If they don't address that specifically, I will literally take a whole point off this show when I give it my final score.
They're gonna be in the middle of like a giant ass war, and you're gonna be like, "But who was the old lady?"
I'm literally thinking that would lead to the grave. That should be answered. That should be answered.
Well, if you guys know, let us know in the comments because this is clearly gonna rock Drew's world for the next several years at least.
You're to the extreme. There's gonna be a giant board with like a bunch of string everywhere and points, and I'm just gonna have like double fisting cups of coffee. Like, welcome to the extreme. We'll actually pay you guys if someone.
You're gonna have the author of the fucking light novel tied up in the room. Like, who was she? How did she live? Tell me.
Right, like, all right, I can't interrogate you on live stream. The cops might come and like arrest me or something.
And that's gonna be the grand finale for our podcast. But for now, let's segue into our regular finale for our podcast. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and consider subscribing so you can keep up to date with all of these podcasts as well as the rest of our videos and series. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, join the party on our Discord, and definitely follow us on Twitch. And if you want to go that extra mile, you can be like all these lovely patrons right here and donate to us on Patreon and make this and other wonderful shows possible. Drew, you have anything you'd like to add?
I just want to correct what Oni said. This is not actually the finale of like the podcast. He meant to say closing.
I meant of this episode.
The finale. No, you meant closing.
Closing.
You meant the closing. Yes. I'm like, don't mislead.
It's a finale of the episode. It's a micro finale. It's a micro finale, all right? It's a finale till next week.
It's just the wrong word.
It's the end of the season till next week.
Wrong word. Shut up.
Anyway, this has been Soroni and
Droobie-Doo.
And we'll see you next week, where we will be again next week. Later.
Bye.